Oh, here we are. We're going to explore the Ukrainian village just east of Edmonton. I don't think where we're headed. It's kind of our last day on our journey, so yeah, please join us. The Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village Society was founded in 1971 to develop a heritage village commemorating the settlement of East Central Alberta by Ukrainians. The province of Alberta acquired the site in 1975. More than 40 buildings have been moved where they have been researched, restored, and furnished to the early 20th century appearance. The museum also has a multi-purpose visitor center with exhibit gallery spaces to provide a closer understanding of early Ukrainian settlement in East Central Alberta. On the evening of April 18th, a devastating fire broke out on a property near the village. Thanks to the first responders, they were able to save a lot of the historical buildings on the site. However, the visitor center building was lost. It housed a lot of exhibit spaces and irreplaceable artifacts that told stories of generations of Ukrainian Albertans. This was a huge loss for the Ukrainian community. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. After all, you just never know what's around the next corner. Well, it is August 2020, and at this time, the first pandemic wave was starting.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
Not too bad.
Good.
We wanted to stop in here for some Ukrainian food.
Just for food?
No, we're more than that.
Okay.
But it was on our minds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so hopefully they're having that. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, good.
So for two?
For two seniors?
Sounds good. $26.
We were in for a surprise as we found out our tour of the village would be restricted. Hopefully that works. Hi, I'm Jim with Retired Oldtimers. I'm the retired husband.
I'm Sandra, the retired old-timer wife.
And thanks for joining us. We're here at Ukrainian Village, and we're going to explore, so we just want you to join us. Thank you. It has been a while since we've been here last, but yeah, let's go exploring.
So most of our interpreters are going to be in tents like this instead of in buildings. So you're welcome to look around through at the buildings and like peek through windows and things, but most of the doors are closed. On the other side, we have quite a few buildings with doors open, so you can kind of look through there.
Okay.
You're welcome to do overview first if you would like. So we have some homes of note. So the Ivan Filipiu is our first Ukrainian settler in Canada. The Yurko family is a Romanian family. Havriaks were a very successful farming family here, and of course we have the Stelmach home as well. So you're welcome to look around here. If you'd rather go straight to the village, it's through the double doors, and she'll give you a map and orient you, and then you can go through there or do this on your way out. So.
Okay, we'll go in. We'll go inside first. Thanks.
Have a great day, guys.
Okay, thanks.
So I'm just going to let you know about some of our ASUS guidelines before you head out on site today. So we just ask that you maintain that 2 meters of physical distancing at all times between yourself, any of the other guests, and our employees on site today. And in order to do so, we ask that you follow one-way directional traffic throughout the village. It is a little bit muddy up by our Borde on our Pioneer Road, so I recommend heading down right at the township marker. You can go into the Borde and then up, and that'll help you avoid some of that mud that's right here. While you're on site today, none of our buildings are going to be open for you to go inside, but anything on your map with a smiley face will be available for you to peek through the doors or the windows. And we'll have interpreters set up in tents 1 through 5 on our historic side and number 6 on our non-historic side. They can tell you any information about the site, the people that used to live in those buildings, and kind of different historical facts that you might want to know, as well as they can help you with modern things as well. So while you're on site today, if you start feeling unwell at all, we just ask that you distance yourself from any of our other visitors. If you are exhibiting any symptoms of COVID-19, we ask that you delay your visit today. And if you do feel unwell, just let one of us know. We can administer first aid or help you back to this side of the site. While you're out there today, there's going to be hand sanitizer placed periodically throughout the site. That being said, we encourage you to not touch anything while you're out there. We just can't guarantee that it's been cleaned between you and another visitor. So we'll have some artifacts set out on tables, as well as the windowsills, the ledges, different things like that. So we just ask to avoid contact with them.
Hi. Not too bad. It's a little different since the last time we've been here, but it's been a while since we've been here last.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, things are a little different this year.
Yeah, different grains.
Yes, absolutely. So I have wheat here, and oats, and then flaxseed, of course. Because those were big cash crops, of course, used at or sold at the grain elevators. We also have dill wheat here,
Okay.
which is more north and just a tad east of where we are right now.
This station from Mellis, Alberta was built in 1923. It is typical of most passenger and freight stations located in the town sites of east central Alberta before 1930. Going to lead us over to the...
I can take you over there and maybe see if I can confuse you a little bit with the elevator.
Okay. Sure.
Do you know much about the elevator?
A little bit. I was raised on a farm, so... Yeah, so...
Basic concept, yeah. There's an awful lot of people that we see that don't have the basic concept. Any ideas?
I am not sure.
What do you think? Horses. It is horses, but how come?
Horses, because they make mess and they don't want it in the grain?
I like that idea, except it's very true, but that's only a side benefit. That's not why they did it, but it is because of the horses. When a horse pulls, they have to pull with the front legs and push with the back legs. To go up a bit of an incline, they need something to get hold of to pull. That's why they got the gaps here.
Time to leave the elevator and railway station and move on. Here we have the Andrew, Alberta Provincial Police Post. They were responsible for provincial policing in Alberta from 1917 to 1932. The building was home to the constable and his family. Next we have the St. Nicholas Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, built in 1912, from the community of Balzaks, north of the town of Innisfree. Okay, we're going into the bush, as instructed. This is known as a burde. It is a type of pit house or half-dugout shelter, part sod house and part log cabin. It was used as a temporary shelter for newly arrived Ukrainian immigrants so they could get focused before building larger, more permanent homes. as you can see, was insulated with mud and grass. And over here, we have the hen house. Sandra decided to have a rest at the roadside shrine. These were common features in the rural countryside of east central Alberta. Walking in their water trough and then drinking it. They love playing in the mud. The Lausanne Post Office was a rural post office located 38 kilometers south of Smoky Lake. It operated from May 1913 to January 1939. The Huko House is a typical 1920 Ukrainian-Canadian farmstead. And on my right side there, that's a hall. The backdrop is an old country scene where dramas performed in this hall. And we'll walk a little further and take a look at this other building. So what is this? It's the St. Nicholas Russo-Greek Orthodox Church, built in 1908. It's the oldest of the three churches moved to the Ukrainian Cultural Heritage Village. The Collodi sawmill was bought in Edmonton around 1927 by the Collodi family from the Vilna area. This sawmill and many other ones were used by farmers who would mill logs into lumber for themselves or to sell to others. The Morecambe School was built in 1929. It's a two-room school from the town site in Morecambe. The junior classroom to the right of the main entrance were for grades 1 to 4, and the senior classroom to the left for students in grade 5 to 11. Hi.
Have you made it around most of the site?
Yeah, most of it, yeah. We got just some main town center, I guess, now.
Good. And I saw you looking into our two-room schoolhouse over here. Did you also see the one-room schoolhouse?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so by the end of the 1920s, the one-room schoolhouses were getting quite crowded. And so more of the bigger two-room schoolhouses were being put in. And in that one, there was a junior year's classroom and a senior year's classroom. And in total, the instruction went up to grade 11. Another difference is there was a furnace downstairs, a coal furnace, as opposed to just a wood-burning stove in the one-room schoolhouse. And there were playrooms in the basement as well for the students if it was cold outside. They could play downstairs.
Retired old-timers. We're going up the hill, one step at a time. St. Vladimir's Ukrainian Greek Orthodox Church was built in 1934. This is typical of traditional churches in Ukraine, with a large open dome and cross-shaped floor plan. With the decorative style of the interior are traditional features. When Ukrainian immigrants first settled in east central Alberta, the parish that built this church in Vegreville departed from the tradition of standing for services by adding seats for the congregation. Visitor, see what she has to say. Hi.
How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. Keeping warm? I know it's a bit chilly today.
It is. The wife had to put her sweater on, but
Yes,
I'm doing okay.
I had to put my sweater on.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've been here. We've been here before, and that time we could go inside. So
it's a very interesting and a very different experience this year.
But still pretty good, and we can answer a whole bunch of different questions that you can't really ask when you're in character as a historic role. So it's another opportunity to learn even more about a site that you've already visited.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we got any questions.
Ooh.
What year would this be from?
Oh, well, if you come up and have a look.
I remember them old pumps.
I really wanted to demonstrate the pumps today. I wanted to demonstrate them, but I don't think I'm allowed to go up and touch it.
Oh, okay.
But they are really interesting. We used to have historic gas, actually, in these pumps. So we have gas that does contain lead in it, and we have a storage tank right beneath, just like gas stations are today. So the windows, you can actually look inside, and we've got windows at the front so that you can see all of the items that were for sale inside, and there's a whole bunch of different things for your house, for your kitchen as well, and there's one big table of kind of farm and horse-related equipment right in the center, so it covers almost all the bases of whatever you're looking for. And then back down into the side, you can see the window into the living quarters in the back.
Alberta Lumber Company Limited. We sell coal. Good, clean coal. This store, built in 1907, is from the town of Lamont, part of a chain business that operated throughout Alberta. The Hilliard Hotel was built in 1928. The Alberta Liquor Control Board required the hotel to have guest rooms, a dining room, in addition to a beverage room. Business was generated through the beer parlor. Well, we're finished our tour. This is Retired Oldtimers. I'm the husband, Jim.
My wife, Sandra.
Thanks for joining us. We are taking it easy. Now it's time to go have some good old Ukrainian food. Kibasa, cabbage rolls, pierogi. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
The full plow's been ordered. Are we hungry?
Yes.
I know we will like it. Lord Jesus,